Hey guys, what's going on? True Strength here, and today we're going to be going over which talent to play with as Affliction Warlock. And the two talents at our discussion is Sacrifice or Supremacy. I have a lot of Warlocks that'll ask me, when's the correct time to play with these two talents? Which one do I choose in which situation? And I also see it in other videos that I watch, even in mine. People will come down in the comments. They'll be like, "Do I play with Sacrifice? Do I play with Supremacy? When's the correct time to use these talents?" And what I'm going to accomplish today is we're going to clear this up, and the answer is actually pretty simple, not too complicated. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Okay, guys, on to the two talents at discussion: Supremacy and Sacrifice. For starters, I'm going to provide you that don't have a lot of time with a quick answer, and for those of you that want a more elaborate answer, you can stick around for the video, and maybe we'll be able to learn something here. So for you that want a quick answer, it's gonna 90% of your games you're gonna be playing with Supremacy, combined with Soul Link. Of course, Soul Link plays a big role in this. So what Soul Link essentially does is it provides a 20% damage reduction at the expense that the 20% damage that you're not going to be taking, it gets transferred over to your pet. Supremacy increases your pet damage by 20%, and it has more powerful effects. Also, one of the reasons that you want to play with Supremacy a majority of the time is because your pet is the one that has the counter spell, which is called Optical Blast. For you that want to know exactly what your pet ability is, but one of the big things about this is you can position your pet wherever, so that maybe if you're not in line of sight to land the interrupt, maybe your pet is. You can move your pet to stay in one spot, so you can put it right on top of your healer. So let's say a mage goes in deep freeze, he tries to get off a polymorph, you're out of line of sight or you're too far away, no worries, your pet is sitting right on top of your healer to land the interrupt. So that is one of the big reasons that it's good to be able to play with your pet. And of course, whenever your pet is hitting the target, it's doing increased damage, therefore you're doing more damage, therefore people are dying quicker, which is always a good thing, of course. So the only reason you really want to play with Sacrifice is against other Affliction Warlock teams, and that might leave you scratching your head a little bit. Well, what's the big deal about other Affliction Warlocks or dot comps for that instance? Well, the big thing being that any decent Warlock, when going up against another Warlock, is of course going to try to kill the pet. He's going to put his dots on the pet. That way, there's going to be more damage going out, which means more stress on the healer. So let's say you're going up against, typically in a 3v3 environment, an Affliction Warlock's going to have both DPS dotted up, and if you have your pet out as well, he's going to also have your pet dotted up, which means it's going to give your healer's going to have a lot more to do as far as healing wise, because he's going to have to keep up you, he's going to have to keep up your pet. Because if you're playing with Supremacy against another Warlock, not only is your pet taking the full damage from the Affliction Warlock's dots, but also 20% of the damage that you're taking is going to also be transferred over to the pet. So your pet's going to be taking crazy damage, it's going to die super quick, which means you're going to have a lot of downtime because you're going to have to run away, you're going to have to recast your pet, or you're going to have to waste soul shards to be able to get an instant cast pet out. And in that instance, it's going to be ruining some of your damage, because you're not going to have those soul shards to be able to get out Soulburn Haunts or just a regular haunt for that instance. So, like I said, the big reason that you want to play with Sacrifice is against other Affliction Warlocks. That way, you can keep your pet out and still play with Soul Link, and still have that 20% damage reduction with your normal pet outside of Supremacy, and still be able to get that 20% damage reduction. But whenever your healer isn't able to keep up and your pet starts to die, you can go ahead and sacrifice that pet. That way you get the interrupt for yourself to use. And also, whenever playing with Soul Link and you sacrifice it, it's going to give you 20% health. The 20% health isn't a very big deal. It can still be chunked through fairly quickly, but it's better than nothing. Granted that we prefer the 20% damage reduction. So yeah, that's a basic answer. That's the pretty simple answer there, guys. All other comps are going to play with Supremacy. Against other Affliction Warlocks, with those dot comps, play with Sacrifice. That way, it's a little bit less stress on your healer to have to keep up with your pet as well. And if they begin to kill your pet, if they kill your pet and you don't have Sacrifice, you lose your interrupt, you lose a spell steal, you lose the increased damage, you lose the damage reduction, so you just lose too much stuff right there. You lose way too much. Granted, if you play with Sacrifice, you still get to keep your Optical Blast. Well, we'll call it Counter Spell for now. You only lose really your Interrupt and some of the pet damage. When playing with Sacrifice, though, you get a damage bonus, which of 25% to your Drain Soul, Haunt, and Drain Life. So you gain a little bit of damage back outside of your pet. It doesn't completely cover what your pet's able to do, with being able to position your pet to land interrupts, the damage that your pet does. And not only that, against rogue teams as well. I mean, being able to send in your pet to keep him in combat is always super nice. So, your pet really plays a big role. That's the main reason you want to play with Supremacy, is your pet really does play a big role. And even in rated battlegrounds, if you have to sit a base, you get sapped, your pet can still attack the person trying to cap the base. The list goes on of why you want to keep your pet. There's a lot of really good things going on with your pet, and that's why we play with Supremacy as well as Soul Link. Once again, Sacrifice against Affliction Warlocks, with their dot comps. It makes it a lot easier for them to kill your pet because they can dot them up, then the dot damage you're taking is transferred over to your pet. If you lose your pet, you lose a lot of tools, and you don't want that to happen. So against comps like that, you want to sacrifice it, be able to keep your Interrupt, increase a little bit of your Haunt damage and your Drain Soul, as well as give you 20% health, which is better than nothing, which is what you would have if they killed off your pet and you play them with Supremacy. So, once again, guys, simple answer. 99% of the time, you're going to be playing with Supremacy against other Affliction Warlocks in a 3v3 environment. You're going to want to be playing with Sacrifice. So, I hope I was able to clear that up for you guys. I just noticed in a lot of 3v3, or even when, I watch a couple of streams every now and then of other Affliction Warlocks because, I love the Affliction Warlock. They're fun. I love dotting everything up and watching them rot. Good stuff. I just seen a lot of people asking, and I just wanted to provide you guys with this answer. Once again, I hope I was able to help. Maybe here soon I'll do something over like a 2v2 environment, BG environment, give you a little bit of an answer of what else you can do in these environments. But right now we're just going to focus on the 3v3 environment. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I was able to help some of you guys with a good answer. If you guys have a better understanding of what's going on, with these two talents, maybe you have a better answer than me, then feel free to leave it in the comments below and let me know what you guys think. All information is helpful. I was just telling you guys what I think and what a good answer was. But thank you guys for watching. Peace.